forgot to check the mic if it was turned on, so didn't have any audio on the initial recording. So what we're doing today is we are actually going to get the Tesla set up for summer here in Arizona. It's super hot. It's been hot already. We're like middle of the summer, but it's definitely affecting the AC. It did it last year. The AC just would not blow cold, or it would be super inconsistent. So I ended up doing some research, and it actually is mainly caused by the radiator vent being blocked by debris. And last year I went in and cleaned it. There was just a ton of junk in there. So I'm gonna go in there and clear all that up. But I also ordered the cabin air filters for the AC. So I'm gonna install those once I get here, order those off Amazon. But I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video because I can't quite remember exactly the steps to getting the frunk all opened up, but I'll show you guys along the way like what I'm doing. It's pretty simple to do, honestly. I initially contacted Tesla last year and they wanted me to spend like $1,200 to get the whole thing replaced. And I did the research, cleaned it out, literally night and day difference. It just started working fine. I don't know, maybe it's a flaw with the vents, but it is what it is. This being black on black definitely doesn't help. We're in Arizona. Not the ideal situation when you have a baby. So we've been using the wife's car mainly. But anyways, let's get to it. So first started out by opening the frunk. If I can remember correctly, we gotta pop this whole plastic piece off, and then there's some bolts that we need to take off here. We're actually gonna lift this whole tray out. You can just hear how loud it is because it's trying to cool down the battery. And it's causing it to not charge because it's overheating the whole garage, and then the charger's getting super hot. So the domino effect. Step we're gonna do is actually pop this thing off. This is the light. Just want to remove that. Now there's all these that we want to remove in here. And then we're gonna pop that thing off. Lefty loosey. This snaps off, I believe. Very dirty, but this is the radiator. We're basically gonna need to pry that off and out. Can't fully take it out because you have to take the whole front bumper off, but you can kind of wedge enough room in there to get a gap. Pop these. There's actually two more that are a little bit lower down. Right in there. Leave right here. Let's see if we can see debris. All down in there. So you want like kind of like a long hose and something skinny so you get really in there. You can see my high-tech wedges I put in there to keep it open. All right, guys, I'm really sweating now. So hot, but I got most of it cleaned out. I almost already can hear that it's sucking in air a lot more efficiently. So honestly, it might be good to drive it around to get some fresh air into it at a higher speed, but I think that's gonna help a lot. And then hopefully the air filters just really push it over the edge, but we'll see. Now it's time to put everything back on. we're gonna give it a quick little test drive, see if it improved. Got the filters. We're now going to be changing the filter on the Tesla. I've driven it since cleaning out the actual radiator, and it's blowing pretty cool, so that's good. I don't know if this will help as much with the cool. I'm assuming it'll help a little bit with the efficiency, but it'll help with just making sure the air that's coming in is clean. So let's do this. We'll watch a quick YouTube video, of course, on how to do it. I've already watched one, but I'm just going to refresh myself, and then we're just going to go ahead and get it switched out, and I will show you guys how to do it. And these are the filters I got just straight off of Amazon. They're probably a little cheaper than the ones from Tesla directly, but they work fine. So first thing we're going to do is slide this all the way back. And yes, I do need to clean my car out. So that's going to be the last step once we got everything finalized. So I guess the first step is this piece here is plastic piece. Has some pins we have to take out to pop that down. Pull them with, you kind of get your fingernails in there. Do I need to pull? Maybe I do need to pull them all the way out. It's like this little doohickey. But they are plastic, so you do want to be careful you don't break them. As with most stuff when you're working on your car. Boom. Okay. And leave it dangling, I guess. Step is to get this panel off. And I think it just has some snaps on it, so I should be able to get it off fairly easily. Just gonna pull it away. Sir, you're already in my way. So with this stuff, still want to be as gentle as possible. Just because everything is plastic, you want to make sure you're not just breaking things off for no reason. Don't break the last one. Boom. Easy enough. Now there is a screw right here, and then I think it's just one, and they can pop open. Expose the filters. So from actually a couple videos I've watched, they all say it's this type of T20, I don't know what you call it, like a star, like a 6-point star screw, but it's actually just a hex nut. I will have that tool, but I don't know if it's just my year. I will have to use a monkey wrench because I don't have one that goes that small, unfortunately. So I just gotta finagle it because it's just kind of getting caught on some tension. Okay, now I say, boom. Easy enough. That exposes the filters, and they have these little tabs. There's a tab up here for the top one. We'll just pull that out, and it's gonna be disgusting probably because I don't know when the last time this was changed out, to be honest. The second one, pull that bad boy out. Okay, here's the new filters, airflow, so it's gonna be coming into here, so we're going that way. Hope these fit well. Just pops in here, and it falls in place. There's the tab, and we'll pop the next one in, and it just stays in place. There's a tab up there. You're gonna wanna make sure that stays up, and that's pretty much it. So they're in, super easy. Gonna kind of tuck it behind something there. We'll get this screwed back on. Got it screwed on. Now we're just gonna put the panel back on. So again, it's just a bunch of push button stuff. Just wanna make sure they're all completely connected. Looks good. Now we wanna get this thing back on. Now it's just the push pin plastic pieces to secure it. Well, we are done. That's it. It took like 15 minutes. Really easy, simple. Once you know, like once you go through it once, honestly, it would be a lot faster, but not too bad. So we're gonna pick up the baby. Hopefully we can tell the difference, and then we'll get it washed. And we're done for the summer. Summer ready. Even though it's August, summer will be over in about 2 months. But we're in Arizona, it's gonna be hot for a little while longer. So the other fun thing that happened this weekend was the garage door just stopped working. It would go about like 1 foot up and stop. Did some research, said it's probably a spring that's broken, can't handle the weight of the door. So called the company over. It was like the #1 that popped up on Google when you searched, and of course they were the most expensive. I think they wanted to do about like $2,500 to replace the whole system. Apparently this door that they installed and the pulley system that they use to open it is a special, proprietary, but also just breaks all the time. So no one wants to repair them, they just want to replace them. So yeah, they wanted to replace it. It was gonna be like $2,500. But always want to make sure you get a couple of quotes as a homeowner. So had another company come out that was a little smaller, and they quoted us about $700 for the replacement. So ended up just going with them. They were able to replace it today. Felt good about it. They had a 5-year warranty. It's working fine now. As you can see, new springs. The old system's on the ground right here. That is the fun of being a homeowner, but it is worth it. And garage door's working. Hopefully it'll work for the rest of the time that we're in here. No broken springs, fingers crossed. But yeah, surprise bill. So that's it. Peace, guys.